transfer with the empty. Okay. Aloha, good morning. It's Monday morning. What time is it? 10 something. 10:39. 10:39. 21 minutes to 11. And we're working on our, I think, our 8th or 9th movement of the day. That's because we started work at 3 o'clock this morning. So we've been at it for almost 8 hours. So we just dropped off a second load of packaging material. I gotta put it on because right around the corner here the DOT's hanging out. Grocery store distribution. Then we picked up a load of plastic product. Took that down to the plastic distributor, stood by offloaded. Took the empty back to the shipping terminal where we picked up LTL. Brought that back to our terminal, put it on dock 1. And we picked up the first of 2 loads of packaging coming down here to Campbell Industrial. Stood by, offloaded the first one, then went back, reloaded, and then we just finished offloading the second load. And now we're done so we can take the empty back to the shipping terminal, Sand Island. I think that's our 8th move. The last big light before we get onto the interstate. So we had a nice relaxing weekend. We didn't do much outside. We did a little bit of photography work on Saturday. Some baseball players over in Kahava. We got soccer players next week, next Saturday. So Sunday we got on the computer and got out the office supplies and got ready for tax season. Started collecting all the tax material for just over $300 last year from YouTube. I got an actual $10.99 with that. Yeah, I don't consider myself a real YouTuber. I'm just trying to keep up with technology. By forcing myself to have a YouTube channel, it makes me use the computer on a regular basis. Otherwise, I just use it to watch TV probably. But anyway, getting onto the interstate, making our way back into town, head to the shipping terminal. This marks the end of all the assigned runs I was given first thing this morning at 3 o'clock. Headed back to town. Oh, it must be 11:45. Yeah. I can hear the civil defense alarms going off. Very faint. First work day of every month. At 11:45 we test our civil defense sirens. So we dropped off the empty at the shipping terminal. We picked up this full 45-foot container full of product going to the big box tonight. So we'll take that back to our terminal and stick it in the middle of the yard. Making our way down Nimitz Highway. Basically takes us around the edge of the harbor here where all the piers are. Pier 1 through 55 surrounds the harbor. The Honolulu harbor is it was a natural deep water harbor back in the day. It's the primary reason why the island of Oahu is more developed than any other island, because from day one the largest ships in the world today could have sailed into Honolulu harbor. It had a natural depth of 40 feet. The problem is the harbor was very skinny. Very, very skinny. So back in those days, if it was a really big ship, it had to be turned around outside and then backed into the harbor. Back in the sailing days, that was no easy feat. But there's photographs of this being done with people on the beaches in downtown Honolulu hauling these huge ships backwards into the harbor. It's quite a sight. This was back in the whaling days. For about 10 years, the number one industry in Hawaii was whaling. That was an industry that didn't last very long. So eventually the harbor was dredged out to what it is today. So now it's basically mostly a man-made harbor with a controlled depth of 40 feet. I don't know if the largest ships in the world can sail into it anymore. What I was told is the largest cargo ships can sail into the harbor and they can probably turn around in the harbor, but our cranes aren't big enough to reach across the decks to offload containers because they've made them so wide now. this morning. I mean, it was pretty full this morning when I left. Of course, there were a lot of empties in the yard. I don't know how many of them they've gotten rid of, so we'll see. But yeah, it's almost 12, and I think this is our 9th movement of the day. So we're just going to wait out here, let that container that went in before us get settled in, and then we'll make our way in. That's not one of our trucks, so it might take them a while to figure things out. So it's a little after 1. What is it? 1:34. I think this is like the 12th movement. Picking up a full 45-foot container full of construction material. Primarily windows and glass, I think. It's going down to a construction site, I guess. I have never been there. On what used to be the old Barbers Point Naval Air Station. Supposed to give the customer a call as soon as we get ready to move out. We'll get the pins locked down, get this out gated, give the customer a call, and then out to the old Barbers Point Naval Air Station. Franklin Street, I think it's called. Franklin Avenue. To Franklin Avenue is about 22 miles, so this is definitely a good run. So we got a hold of a contact person, and he tells me it's a laydown yard, so he says they're waiting. It'll only be about 40-minute drive. Smoke on the horizon there. It's coming from that not sure where it's coming from. From here it looks like it's coming from the new Amazon building. Might be behind it. Might be on Amazon, like a scrap metal place. I don't know. Yeah, but it looks like a fire though. Trucks heading behind the warehouses here. High concentration of homeless back there. Yeah, it's coming from the mangroves, so it's definitely probably homeless. Back when we do the LTLs at night from 11 to 4 in the morning, you go by some of these homeless encampments and they all have fires. Here, we're going to make a left here onto Nimitz, get up onto the interstate, take that out to the Makakilo exit, which is exit 2, and that'll take us onto Fort Barrett Road, which takes us down into the old Barbers Point Naval Air Station. When I Google it on Google Earth, it just looks like a big empty lot. So, should be pretty easy run. Laydown yards are not usually known to be that tight. Construction sites can be, but laydown yards are usually pretty easy. Making our way out to the Barbers Point Naval Air Station. Guess we're still in high range. So we just got off the freeway. We're on Fort Barrett Road. It gets its name from Fort Barrett, which is the ruins of Fort Barrett are off here to the right. Today it's an archery range, but it's used to be large naval artillery guns mounted in the bunkers to the right. You can't see it from here, but it's a large artillery. It's like a large artillery fortress of sorts. It was built back during World War II. It's all overgrown now. It's pretty cool. They said they could hit a target beyond the horizon. So about 12 miles out, 12, 14 miles. And the artillery shells weighed the same weight of a Volkswagen. Never used. I don't even know if they were ever fired. But that was part of our shore defense during World War II. So I actually put on the GPS on my phone just to see if I knew how to do it, because I'm not the real tech savvy person. I thought it would be fun to see what would happen if it gets us to the right spot. I'd say 70% of the time it works, and another 30% of the time it gets you lost. Residence Inn. Oh, so it's a Marriott. It's a hotel. Ahead on the left is the high school, and ahead on the right is the elementary school, I think. My wife and I are thinking about moving out here to Kapolei when we retire. We have a home here that's currently a rental, but should the renter leave, we might be inclined to move out here. Then I'll have to get to know the neighborhood better. They keep adding things to it. At the next light, we actually enter what used to be called Barbers Point Naval Air Station. When my wife was in the Navy, this is where she was stationed. She was in Airedale.
At the next light, turn right.
At the next light, we turn right. It should be a little bit of a challenge with the 45-foot container, because it's more than a 90.
At the light, turn right onto Franklin D. Roosevelt Avenue.
Yeah, there's a Franklin D. Roosevelt, and then there's a Franklin Avenue. Not to be confused. I think Franklin is like 2 or 3 blocks down on the left. And then according to GPS, the address should be on the right hand side. We'll see. The building ahead on the right there is our FBI training facility. I wonder if there's going to be any layoffs. I think there's somewhere in the neighborhood of 25,000 federal employees in Hawaii. It's kind of on the high side because of all of our military bases. Alright, let's see how this goes. This looks like it might be a little bit tight. Take out the pole.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Lexington Street.
So now the GPS is saying turn left onto Lexington. We're going to follow the GPS just to see what happens. I would have gone to the next one.
In half a mile, turn right onto Yorktown Street. At the next stop sign, turn right.
Laydown Yard's on the left. Alright, I think the GPS was actually right. There's no street sign, so it's hard to find your way sometimes.
Turn left onto Franklin Avenue. Then the destination is on your right. The destination is on your right.
Whew. It says it's here on the right. came here, I said, oh, looking for glass and window. This looks like all concrete. Right alongside the other one? Okay. That's it. We're going to shut it down. It's 3:45. Busy day, busy Monday, much busier than I was expecting. First working day in the month of February. Put it too close to the edge. This big suction cup. Yeah, the big suction cup has to be right towards the center of the window, otherwise it doesn't hold very long. But yeah, we had a busy day today. We came in at 3 o'clock. We'll be out of here by 4. We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 container movements. We drove 202 miles. Yeah, I was surprised when I came to work and the community list was 4 pages long. That's usually means, you know, we can't finish all the work. I never really studied it to see why there were so many. Sometimes on a Monday they haven't cleaned it up yet, but it was a busy day. We're headed home. We got soup on the menu. We made it a couple nights ago and it was really good. We got these little shrimp dumplings that go in it. It's just a vegetable soup with the shrimp dumplings inside. But it was excellent. So we're going to do it again. At least that's the plan. But that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Aloha.